What if the man everyone trusted with their life savings was lying to the world for decades? Bernie Madoff, Wall Street's most revered name, stole from Holocaust survivors, Hollywood elites, and Nobel laureates, people who thought he was family. Over 30 years, he siphoned $65 billion in broad daylight, while regulators investigated him 6 times and looked away. How did a scam this colossal hide in plain sight? Why did the smartest minds on Earth fall for it? And what does his lie reveal about the experts we blindly trust today? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at Wall Street the same way again.
Mega History presents.
Bernie Madoff's name was synonymous with trust. Born in Queens, New York in 1938, he began his career as a humble stockbroker in the 1960s. Over decades, he cultivated an image of financial genius, rising to become chairman of the NASDAQ and a titan of Wall Street. His clients weren't just wealthy, they were Nobel laureates like Elie Wiesel, Hollywood celebrities like Steven Spielberg, and institutions like the American Jewish Congress. Madoff's investment strategy was marketed as a black box, a secretive method that promised steady returns of 10 to 12% annually, regardless of market conditions. Investors marveled at the consistency, but the truth was far uglier. There were no trades, no profits. For over 30 years, Madoff ran a Ponzi scheme, using new investors' money to pay fake returns to earlier ones. The genius of his deception lay not in financial acumen, but in psychological manipulation. Madoff weaponized exclusivity. His fund wasn't listed on any public platform. To invest, you had to be personally invited. He turned away eager investors, creating an aura of scarcity and prestige. Questions were discouraged. One investor recalled being told, "You're lucky to be here. Don't push your luck." Statements were handwritten, not digital, to avoid scrutiny. Behind the scenes, the operation was shockingly crude. A single employee, Frank DePascali, used a 1980s IBM computer to generate fake trade confirmations and account balances. DePascali later admitted, "We just made up numbers." At its peak, the scheme involved over 4,800 fake client accounts, fabricated down to the last decimal. Red flags abounded. In 1999, financial analyst Harry Markopolos submitted a detailed report to the SEC titled, "The World's Largest Hedge Fund is a Fraud." He mathematically proved Madoff's returns were impossible. The SEC ignored him. Whistleblowers were dismissed as jealous competitors. When regulators finally investigated, Madoff disarmed them with charm. During a 2006 audit, SEC investigators asked for trading records. Madoff laughed. "I don't have them here. They're in a warehouse somewhere." The investigators left empty-handed. Years later, and SEC internal review admitted, "We had the evidence but lacked the courage to act." The 2008 financial crisis blew the lid off the scam. As markets crashed, panicked investors demanded $7 billion in withdrawals. Madoff, out of imaginary money, confessed to his sons, Mark and Andrew. "It's all a lie," he said. The sons turned him in, and within 24 hours, the empire collapsed. Overnight, thousands lost everything. Retirees saw their life savings vanish. Charities like the Jet Foundation, which supported criminal justice reform, shut down. One investor, René Thierry Magin de la Ville-Huget, died by suicide after losing $1.4 billion. Madoff pleaded guilty in 2009, calling the scheme a problem I couldn't escape. He was sentenced to 150 years in prison, where he died in 2021. The financial carnage was staggering. Over $65 billion had evaporated, though only $14 billion was ever recovered. The court-appointed trustee spent years untangling the web of lies, clawing back money from net winners, investors who withdrew more than they deposited. Many victims received pennies on the dollar. Phyllis Malchatsky, a disabled retiree, lost $1.7 million and got back just $12,000. "It wasn't just money," she said. It was my future. Madoff's crime exposed systemic rot. The SEC's failure to act, despite 6 investigations over 16 years, revealed a culture of complacency. Regulators later admitted they prioritized Wall Street's reputation over justice. But the darkest twist? Madoff wasn't alone. His scheme thrived because of enablers banks like J.P. Morgan Chase, which ignored suspicious transactions, and feeder funds that funneled billions to him while taking hefty commissions. Even today, Ponzi schemes evolve. Cryptocurrency scams promise guaranteed returns with similar secrecy. AI-driven frauds manipulate trust with fake endorsements. The tools change, but human nature doesn't. Greed blinds us to risk. Desperation silences doubt. As one victim said, we wanted to believe him because we wanted to dream. Bernie Madoff's story isn't just about money. It's about the lies we choose to believe. Was he a genius, a monster, or a mirror reflecting our own vulnerabilities? His legacy is a warning. In a world of too good to be true promises, skepticism is your greatest weapon. The next time someone offers you guaranteed returns, ask yourself, am I being smart or just greedy? If this video shocked you, share it. Let's expose the truth together. And if you want more deep dives into history's darkest secrets, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Because the next big scam, it's already happening. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and remember trust, but always verify. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.